What's up? I'm Tim. I'm going to give you an instruction on how to use the cold sparklers. First time doing this and doing a tutorial for these, for the Pelican case. It's kind of interesting how to open. I'm sure some of you know how to open it. You push in and then pull up to open up the case. And then you've got all 4 cold sparklers and all of the equipment. So what we're going to do is pull out number 1. I have them all labeled 1 through 4. So what we're gonna do is plug into the power here and daisy chain it out to each one of these cold sparklers. Also gonna be doing the DMX in and out as well to have all of them queue up at the same point. So first things first, we'll plug them all up and put in the power. So first thing is that we're going to take the power cord. So this is just a blue one with the power out input. So this is going to be your first power. So we'll plug that in to our power source. So with these, they have 2 little prongs on them. Just like anybody knows with electronics, you just line it up and twist it. So now you have the power cords that'll daisy chain, so you'll use the gray to go out and then blue to plug in. I'm keeping them off right now.
That one was turned on. Now it's off. Great.
Alright, so our power is all connected from one input to the other. What's up? We'll be doing the DMX next. So you'll just connect DMX out to in and vice versa for the rest of them. So that way whenever you turn on one, you turn on all of them. So this is our DMX cord. So you plug in, this is your male, you plug into DMX out, and then you plug in your female to the DMX in, and repeat the step for each of the rest of them. So this one's gonna be out, this one's gonna be in, out, and then you're in. Alright, so that is how you connect them. Next we're gonna fill up the cold sparklers while they're off to a halfway point, and I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. So. Next thing's next, we're gonna fill up the powder before we turn on the units, because once this heats up, the powder becomes reactive. Don't wanna mess around with the powder and heat and the unit being on. So let's fill up the hopper. So what you're gonna do, this is only half of the bag, so we'll see how far this goes. But you take this and pour it in to where there is a small little ring underneath where that little unit is, and that's where the line you're gonna aim for. So try to get all of the powder inside and fill up the unit. It's better to have it half filled, because otherwise there creates a vacuum and the powder doesn't go all the way through. So I like to cover the spray nozzle, that way nothing goes in there that needs to be going in there. cool. It's a little lopsided, but alright, that'll be good enough. And as you can see, with that half bag, we still have about a quarter of a bag left. So you can do another 4 units with this amount of powder, it seems like. So one bag can probably fill up all of them 3 to 4 times. So next thing's gonna be putting the caps on all of the hoppers, making sure that these hoppers are secured. So if any flakes fall into the filling hopper, that'll create a reaction. That's the reason why we try to protect that. Next thing's next is turning on all of the cold sparklers. So cold sparklers, we're gonna be turning them on, each of these. Right now, these are turned on, but nothing's happening until we press the A button, which will start heating up the unit. This is unit number 1, which pairs up with number 1. So what you're going to be doing is pressing A, this unit A, to start heating up the unit. You'll start seeing that the T and the numbers are going up. So this is the temperature of the unit that is going up. You can see the blue light, which is your heat, and the blinking yellow light, which is meaning that it is getting ready and is not ready. Once it's a solid yellow light and this temperature gauge hits 500, then it'll be a solid yellow light and it'll be ready to go. With this being said, we have the DMX out, the power going out, so everything is paired, daisy chained down. So if you look at this, when I press the heat button, it's already heating up, and it's heating up down the line for each of these units. While we wait on this heating up, the remote has 3 different settings: a low setting, which is B, a middle setting, which is C, and a high setting, which is D. I like to use the D setting. Personally, I like to have a larger sparkler effect. This controls this unit, which is in turn daisy chained all the way through. So it is only controlling this unit, but this unit,
since it's daisy chained,
since it is DMX down the line, it will control all units. As you can tell, we're at 440 degrees. Some of the other units are a little bit hotter, such as this one. This was already at 480. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to completely heat up, but once you're heated up, it'll be good until you turn off the heating button, which you can do by pressing A. For example, if you hit it right now, it turns off the cooling. If you hit it again, it'll heat back up to where it's trying to aim for 550. Right now, we're at 490. Once you see this hit 500, you'll see this yellow light go solid. 500
or 550?
500. So right now it's ready to go. It's at 500. Let's check the other ones. This one's at 540. This one's ready to go. This one's got a solid yellow light too. This one's still warming up and just now finished. So all of them are ready to go. Just make sure that all of them have those 2 solid lights before pulling the trigger. So I don't know the special term, but
light it up.
Now we can light it up. 3, 2, 1. sparklers, you can put your hand over it and it doesn't send you at all. So sometimes the sparklers get a little bit touchy off, so it needs a little bit more airflow. Put your hand over the back. So we'll start figuring out the timer and how long it lasts. So, to turn off the units, you just press this B button and all of the units should turn off. If you do have any complications, you can go to the unit and turn off the unit or unplug it, unplug the power in any last minute ditch scenarios. So that's the cold sparklers, and then all you need to do after that, if you want to refill them, make sure that it's powered off, refill them, and then you can use them again. Remember to heat it up before you use it. It takes about 2 to 4 minutes to heat it up. Once you're done with the units, make sure that you use up all of the powder, because what happens is that some of the powder gets stuck into the corkscrew and it makes it difficult for it to come out. So if you use it or put it in, go ahead and use it all. That's basically the cold sparkler. You can put it up in the Pelican case and then you're good to go. So thanks you guys for watching, and look forward to the next time. So.